चिन्मयं ज्ञापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अनेक जन्म संप्राप्त कर्मबन्ध विदारिणे आत्मज्ञानप्रदानेन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भवानी शंकरौ वन्दे श्रद्धा विश्वासरूपिणौ याभ्यां विनान पश्यन्ति सिद्धा स्वान्तस्थमीश्वरम्। पुष्टिवर्धनं शम्बीजाक्षरं शान्तदमनं आम्बीजाक्षरं बुद्धिसाधनं क्रोम्बीजाक्षरं संकल्पसिद्धिं ओम्बीजाक्षरं श्रीदेवी पराशक्ति श्रीदेवी पराशक्ति सर्वविद्या स्वरूपाय लक्ष्मी संश्लिष्ट वक्षसे मदुपासन लक्ष्याय अयग्रीवाय मंगलम् अयग्रीवाय मंगलम् शंख चक्र महामुद्रा पुस्तकाढ्यं चतुर्भुजम् संपूर्ण चंद्र संकाशम् अयग्रीवमुपास्महे ज्ञानानन्दमयं रामम् निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं तत्त्वविद्यानाम् अयग्रीवायितं नुमः शंकराचार्य नवावतारम् विश्वेश्वरम् विश्वगुरुं प्रणम्य वेदान्तशास्त्र श्रवणालसाना बोधाय कुर्वे किमपि प्रबन्धम् बोधाय कुर्वे किमपि प्रबन्धम् श्रीमद्हयग्रीव पदारविन्द कारुण्यमानन्द रसप्रसंग मंदाशयोद्धारण बद्धबुद्धिः सिद्धान्तबिन्दुं विपुलीकरोमि सिद्धान्तबिन्दुं विपुलीकरोमि The experience of the presence of God is available within at all times. There is no time where the presence of God is not available, and also the experience of the presence of God is not available to us. There is no time. At all times this is available. When the experience of the presence of God is available to us at all times, and it is not necessary for us to go anywhere in search of it, to seek permission of anybody, to be subservient to anyone, to plead someone, to beg from someone, to depend upon someone. It is not necessary, not required. Just as when we want something from the external world, because we want that happiness and we want to gain something, we need to depend upon so many things, so many factors, so many people, and then withstand all the changes that are there. So it is not so easy. but here it is not difficult. Because the experience of the presence of God is available. Where it is available? Within it is available. Is there any time restriction to it? No. At all times it is available. Who can be available like this? Is there anybody who can be available for us all the time? Everybody have their own things to look into, to take care of. And moreover, the mind also. Whose mind will be always available for us? Mind is not available for them only. If anybody says, I am always available for you, it cannot be truth. Because their mind only is not available to them. And they are dictated down by their mind. Then how can they be available to us? So if we think that somebody is always available to us, we have to think, is my mind available to me? It is not. Then how can others' mind be available to them? Not. And how can they be available to us as long as they are considering themselves as the jiva connected with Chidamas and Antakarana, which is dominated by, controlled by Antakarana, engulfed by Antakarana? How can it be possible? And moreover, conjoined by Ajnana and assisted by Adhyasa. How can it be possible? It can't be possible. So that is why there is no such dependency upon anybody in any manner. All that we need to do is to understand that the presence of the God is available within, and the experience of the presence of the God also is available within. At all times it is available. But why we are not experiencing them? Because it is purely our choice. It awaits our choice. What is our choice now? Our choice now, where is God in our choice now? He is there because people have told that He is creator, and people have told He is powerful. People have told that He will give our wishes, satisfy our desires and wants. So benefit of doubt is given to His presence, and then वो भी हमको चल रहा, बहुत चीजें हैं, ये भी एक रहता, पढ़ा रहता, क्या करना है? Is there anybody who will be there where you place? You just place it wherever you want to. He will be there only. That is the non-demanding, non-asking, non-complaining, non-insisting, non-resisting. Nothing. He is just there. That is all it is. So where is He in our choice? Somewhere you have placed God. Because there are so many things. Desires are there, wishes are there, wants are there, compulsions are there, necessities are there, pressures are there, tensions are there, burdens are there, duties are there. So many things are there. We are surrounded by so many things because everything is important to us except God. God also is there. See, whenever God has said, you will be dear to me, I will be dear to you, and you will be completely mine, I will be completely yours, I will take care of you totally, I will remove all these obstacles from your path, I will give you the ultimate realization. He said under only one condition. What is that condition? Completely, single-pointedly, one-pointedly, totally devoted to me and surrendered unto me. That is all. I want this also, I want that also, I want something else also, and I want God also. And God says also, He will keep us in the category of also. That is all. I will take care of others also, I will take care of somebody also, I will give preference to someone, I will look at you also. That is all. That is all it is. If our attention, devotion, contemplation, meditation, surrender are single-pointed completely, there is no second thought. There is no choice. In fact, choice falls. It cannot sustain. So, that one-pointedness towards God is very important. That choice is very important. I choose to experience God. And I choose to experience senses, I choose to experience sense objects, worldly things, worldly pleasures and worldly pressures. So many things I choose to experience. Where is the question of you and I experiencing God within? Always without only. Always going outside, always wanting this, getting that, pursuit of this, chasing that, lamenting about this, feeling bad about that. Always thinking about this, worried about that, anxious about that. So many experiences are there. Experiences that we don't want we are experiencing, experiences that we want we are experiencing, experiences that we can't understand also we are experiencing. Where is the question of experience of God being the first choice, being the only choice? being the important choice, being the ultimate choice. Where is this choice for us? So many tendencies are there, so many impressions are there, and in the tendencies, amongst the impressions, where is God's choice? I want to experience God. Who wants to experience God? God also is there. Be a brother of stupid. God also is there. God, I want to experience God only. Like when we are mad in desire for something, we want that by hook or crook. We want it. Where is that? That is not there. So we have so many choices. Is also there. That is why God says, if there is a bhakti, that should be avyabhicharini. It cannot get linked with something else. And say you also, no question of also. You only, you alone, because God alone is. Rest all is not. God alone can be, God alone is. That is all it is. If this is the only experience that is available at all times and within ourselves. If we choose it, that is why it awaits our choice. If we choose it, then it happens. And this choice is made only by surrendering everything other than love and peace to God. Love and peace, that is all is kept for ourselves, because when we interact with the world, when we look at the world, when we respond to the world, when we are in the world, when there are so many other beings, love, peace, peace, love, that's all is to be given. That's all surrendered to God. Anger surrendered to God, frustration surrendered to God, tension surrendered to God, desire surrendered to God, egoistic expression surrendered to God, reaction surrendered to God, personal choice surrendered to God, will surrendered to God. Everything. Shabda, Sparsa, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Vasana surrendered to God. Anything that is important surrendered to God, very important surrendered to God, very, very important surrendered to God. That is what it is. Everything surrendered to God. Other than love and peace. Because at least something should be there in us to become eligible. To be able to be in pure state. So love and peace, that's all. And surrender everything else. Anything. Dependency upon the disturbance also, tension also, stress also, anxiety also, worry also, fear also, greed also. Giving utmost importance to anything else also. Everything is to be surrendered. If we surrender like that, then that alone becomes our choice. Everything we are surrendering to God. Whatever we thought is important, whatever we thought is prominent, whatever we thought is ultimate, whatever we thought is only aims of life, only goals of life, most important things of our life, all surrendered. Surrendering doesn't mean that we are renouncing them, we are running away from them, we are dissolving them. We are now saying, God, you take care of them. Mentally, all our entanglement and attachment is left at the feet of the God and say, God, they are all yours. Anyway, they are His only. Only in illusion and delusion we were thinking they are ours. So we are surrendering our delusion that they are ours. Because what can be ours? We ourselves are not ours. We ourselves belong to God. God alone is the truth. Anything other than God is not truth. God alone is the reality. So God alone is. Anything else other than God is not. So, that will be the only choice. When we can choose God like that, experience of God within ourselves is available. All the great masters who experience God like that only. They had no other choice. Choiceless devotion, surrender towards that awareness. That is why some people call choiceless awareness. Whatever it is. It is pure awareness. And the only choice is that you have to experience that. And when we experience that, all other experiences are trash. If this is like sun and sunlight, and all others are like that firefly. All other experiences are like fireflies. Where is the firefly? Where is the sun? Is there any comparison between the firefly and the sun? No comparison. In darkness, firefly looks very bright. In presence of the sun, can anything look like that? That is all it is. That is how it is. That should be the only choice. If we choose only God, in return, the divinity of the self is autonomously revealed as ever present. It is revealed that it is ever present inside us. Right now it is hiding somewhere. Then it will be revealed that it is ever present. The source is ever present and is directly knowable as subjective essence of the self. How do we know about that? How do we know it? It is directly knowable. We don't need anybody else in between. No brokers in between. It is directly knowable as the subjective essence of the self. It is the subjective essence of the inner self. That's all it is. We can know it directly. We don't need to ask anybody. Nobody needs to interfere or intervene. It is personal affair with God. That is all private affair with God. That is all. That's how it should be. The source is ever present and directly knowable as the subjective essence of the self. The experience of the presence of the self is transformative. Once we experience it, and it is totally transformative. We will not be the same afterwards. We will be totally different. Earlier we were surrounded by totally engulfed by Maya or Jnanam or Avidya, and later on we will be above it. Meaning we will not be under the influence of it. That experience is so transformative. With the realization of the self, all the content, all the containers, everything else will merge into the reality of oneness with the self. Everything will merge into the reality of oneness with the self. Whatever we see in this whole world, all the things along with their contents, everything will merge into that self. That source which is there inside us. And that totality of all or oneness or allness can only be attained or experienced not by being away from it, not by being other than it, but by being it, but by being in it, and by being as it. With it, in it, as it, and thereafter it alone remains. That is how it can be gained, it can be attained. It is known by virtue of being it. That self is the eye of the witness. Whatever is the eye of the witness, that is the eye. And that perceives everything as all fullness, wholeness, divisionlessness. Whereas the ego perceives everything as full of divisions, fragments, pieces, totally different from each other. Ego perceives like that. That is why in the perception of the ego translates unexperienceable infinite into the experienceable finite. It produces perception of time, perception of place, perception of duration, perception of dimensions, position, form, limitation, singularity, so on and so forth. These are all perceptions of the ego. The infinite, unexperienceable is perceived like the finite. That's all it is. Whereas the self, the consciousness, sees everything as whole, everything as one, everything as divine, purely, subjectively divine. That's all it is. The people who have attained this state, even though they may see evil outside, they will see through the evil and they will come to experience the essence, the core essence of that evil also, which cannot be other than divinity. Whether it be Asura or a Rakshasa or whatever it may be, they will see the essence there. The substratum is what? The substratum is again the Brahman, that is the Adhisthana, and that is divinity, that is subjectivity. Subjectivity is same. Objective minds are different. Each mind is different. Each antakarana is different. Antakaranas are different. But subjective essence is the same, one and the same thing in everybody. So coming back to our Sidhantha Bindu, there is an objection here. Since the self should always remain the same, self always remains the same. Since the self should always remain the same because it is self-luminous, pure consciousness. If it is self-luminous and pure consciousness, Swayam Prakasha and Shuddha Chaitanya, how can there be such distinctions as Jagrata Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Sushupta Avastha, waking state, dream state, deep sleep state? It cannot be said that these distinctions are only due to delusion, because in that case everything would become a dream. How can there be this Jagrata Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Sushupta Avastha if everything is Swayam Prakasha, Shuddha Chaitanya? Aisa aage is the objection raised, very intelligent objection. Then the answer is given in Sidhantha Bindu point number 132. It is not so. Though all the three states are the character of dream from the empirical point of view, there is difference caused by nescience. The ignorance causes difference in these three states. These distinctions are quite appropriate because these states are not totally non-existent and they have specific characteristics. They are not totally non-existent. They have specific characteristics. That is why these states are there. And this characteristic applies to all the three states. The distinction among them is because of the Avarana Shakti and the Vikshepa Shakti of the Avidya. The distinction between the three states, among the three states, is only because of the difference in functioning of the powers of concealment, avarana, and projection, vikshepa, of nescience, of ignorance. In each state, this is different. The avarana shakti, vikshepa shakti, concealment, or veiling, and projection powers of the nescience are different. That is why Madhusudana Saraswati cites here Aitareya Upanishad. He says, from him there are three abodes, three dreams. For him there are three abodes and three dreams. Three abodes, that is very, very important. For him there are three abodes. What are these three abodes? What are these three dream-like things from the ultimate standpoint? Jagrata Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Sushupta Avastha. The waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. These three states are not non-existent because they are experienced, actually experienced in the worldly state, empirical state, the avahara, prapancha, in the transactional world. We experience them. You and I are every day experiencing them. Waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. So they are there, actually they are available for experience. So this is the answer that is given to the objection. Continuation further, Madhusudana Saraswati says, from the standpoint of reality, absolute reality, however, there are no such differences at all. From the absolute standpoint, there are no differences. From the empirical standpoint, worldly standpoint, transactional standpoint, there are differences because they are experiencing. From the absolute standpoint, na jagran, na me swapna, kova sushuptihi, na vishvo, na vataijasa, I do not have the state of waking. Name Swapna. I do not have the dream state. Ko Vasashukti, nor a deep sleep state. I do not have either Jagrata Avastha or Swapna Avastha or Sushupti Avastha. So when these are not there, I am not the one who is dwelling in them. The Vishwa of the Jagrata, Tejas of the Swapna, Prajna of the Sushupti. I am not the Vishwa, I am not the Tejasa, I am not the Prajna. Three states are not there, three dwellers are also not there. And Avidya Makatva Trayamam Turiya, because all these states are only Avidya Makatva, are the products of ignorance. And what am I? Beyond Turiya. I am the fourth. I am the fourth state. Turiya. Tadepo Vasishta Siva Kevaloham. I remain as the one auspicious self, free from all attributes. Now, what a beautiful contemplation. In the waking state, so many issues are there for us, so many problems are there for us. And as the waking Viveka Vishwa, whole Vishwa is to be maintained and managed and then confronted and withstood and interacted and responded to. Oh, many things are there. So, what is the best thing? And then there are dreams also. We don't know what all dreams come to us and what all dreams come and then terrify us and then create horrors in us. And then afterwards sleep again depend upon Adrushta and Prarabdha. We don't know whether we will have deep sleep, real sleep, total sleep. So why are we struggling in all these things? Best thing is at such occasions, Najagran, Nameswa, Nakova, Sushupti. This will release all the tension. This will remove all the problems. Because when you are not there, you don't have all these things. Where is the question? They getting attached. Right now I am thinking I am the waker, I am the dreamer, I am the sleeper. Navishko, Navakai, Dasa, Pranekova. I am not the waker, I am not the dreamer, I am not the sleeper. When I am not here, I don't have Ajnana also. I don't have the pressures of the Swapna also and waking state also. Nothing is there for me. All these are gone. They are not, just as in the dream state, waking state is not there. In the deep sleep state, waking and dream states are not there. Similarly, in the Turiya state, waking, dream and deep sleep also will not. The proof is the deep sleep only. In deep sleep, nothing is there. And then in Turiya, that also will not be there. That Abhinana, Avidya, Avarana also will not be there. Unconsciously we experience the Atmananda, here we consciously revel in conscious blissfulness, which is eternal conscious blissfulness, which is real. That is how we do. Because our originality is fourth state. We are not this. We are not at all this. We are that. And we are thinking that we are this. At least at occasion you have to understand. We should claim that we are that. That's what it is. Our original identity card is that. This is false identity here. False, fake identity. Fake, that's why we are suffering. Fake creates ache in the mind. That's why it is. So all these are Avidya, Makatva, Trayana, Turiya. These are all products of ignorance. And I am just the pure fourth state, which is the blissful consciousness. That is how it is. Madhusudana Saraswati says, Atra Layakramena Paurya Varya Nirdeshaha Na Jagradati Atra Layakramena Paurya Varya Nirdeshaha. The items in the above verse are stated in the order of dissolution. The effects dissolve into the cause. Jagrata into Swapna, Swapna into Sushupti, Sushupti into that ultimate. Vishwa into Dasa, Dasa into Prajna, Prajna into Ishvara. Ultimately, finally, the fourth state is ruled by Ishvara. So naturally, that Ishvara will go into that. So then, the nescience is predominant in the causal body. It is the cause of other two states. The causal body is the cause of dream and then the waking state. So, other effect has to be dissolved into the cause. So, that is the process of dissolution. Tadahi asmin mate paradhe dvidaha drushyam cha tadahi asmin mate paradhe dvidaha drishyam cha this whole creation. One is seer, another one is seen. DRIK, the seer, Drishyam, the seen. Drishyam is momentary, temporary, evanescent, fleeting, fading, disappearing, vanishing. DRIK is always real, ever existing, eternally present, the all-full divinity. Drishyam is nothing. DRIK is all-full nothingness. DRIK and Drishyam together create the world. That's what it is. So, that's what we think that it is the world. So, only two categories, the seer and the seen. Anyavadi Parikalpitanam Padarthanam Atra eva Antarbhavat Atra eva Antarbhavat. All the categories propounded by other schools are included in this too. Whatever categories other schools of thought, philosophical views of thought they have presented, all are included in this too. Everything can be summed up into two categories: DRIK, Drishya, seer, seen. That's all. That is all it is. This whole universe, the whole creation. One is the seer, another one is the seen. Finished. There are no other categories, no other divisions. How nice it is. And we are the seer, we are not the seen. That which is seer remains unaffected by the seen. That which is seer remains uninfluenced by the seen. Seer can never be caught by the seen, can never be bound by the seen. I am the seer, mind is the seen. I is the seen, sense objects are the seen. Rupam drishyam lochanam drik tadriktam drishyamanasam. See, if the eye is the seer, then the object is the seen. Objects are the seen because eye is the seer. And if the eye is the seen, then mind is the seer. Mind sees the eye. If the mind is the seen, there is only one seer inside. That is the inner self, the witness, the awareness, the conscious awareness. That is the seer. And there is no other seer to it. That alone is the seer. Drishyadhi vrittaya sakshi druge varama drishyate. All the vrittis that are there in the mind, and that alone is the witness. Druk eva natu drishyate. That can never become seen to something else. That can never become seen to anything else. That is always the seer, but always is the witness. Druk eva natu drishyate. It can never become the seen. It is never the seen. Whatever is seen, you keep seeing it, it will be gone. That's all it is. That is all the seeing. Keep seeing it, it will disappear. Keep seeing it, it will vanish. देखते देखते गायब हो जाता है. सीन बोले तो वही. देखते रहते गायब हो जाता है. देखने वाला भी गायब हो जाता है. क्योंकि देखने वाला जीवन है ना, गायब हो जाता है. वो गायब होने वाला भी तो देखने वाला है. वो देखते रहता है. बस. That is the seer. He keeps on seeing. He can only see. That's all it is. That is the seer. That is our Swarupa. Even in death, the seer remains the same. Even in birth, the seer remains the same. Every unison, every separation, the seer is affected by either unison or separation. Either pain or pleasure, either happiness or misery, either profit or loss, either honor or dishonor, either gain or no gain. He is always unaffected. The seer, the witness is the seer. That is only two categories. There is no other category. Either you have to belong to the seen or to the seer. Except in yourself, everything else is the seen. That is why it will disappear. Seen is not worth depending upon. Seen is not worth relying upon. Seen is never trustworthy. That is why we say, no? मैं सोचा ही नहीं भाई ऐसा होगा बोल के मैं नहीं देख सका. I could not see. That's why you see, I see properly. You see, I see means what? This I see, you see also is only see. Actual seer is the witness. That is what it is. And that seer is pure, is impurity-less. There is no blemish in it. There is neither tendency, nor impression, no samskara, no vasana, no karma phala, no karma bandhana, no janma, no marana. That is the seer. That we are. But what happens is, we get identified with the sea, we get involved with the sea, we get lost in the sea. We are don't know that we are the seer. That is what it is. So, here, Madhusudana Saraswati in Sidhantha Bindu, point number 134, he says, Tatra DRIK padartha Atma paramarthika Eka eva sarvada eka rupa Api auparika vedena Trividha Ishvara Jiva Sakshi Chaiti. How beautifully he has said. Tatra DRIK padartha Atma paramarthika. Of these two, DRIK padartha Atma paramarthika. The seer is the self and the reality. Eka eva, one only. Sarvada eka rupa, and always the same. It is always the same. It never changes. There is only one thing which can never change. Please understand this. There is only one thing which can never change. What is that? Eka eva sarvada eka rupa. What is that? Tatra DRIK padartha Atma paramarthika. That Atma, that self, which is the reality, which is of the beyond, which is of the absolute, which is the ultimate reality, that alone. Eka eva, only one. Nothing else other than one. Everything changes. Please understand this. Everything changes. And every change, depending on our attitude towards it, brings either happiness or misery to us. Change doesn't bring misery or happiness. Our attitude towards change brings misery or happiness. Our identification with the change brings misery or happiness. That is all. Everything changes. Nothing that can remain unchanged. So please never be under the illusion that something or someone will be changeless. Impossible. The Maya, power of Maya will show us repeatedly things are all prone to change. How much ever you may trust and rely upon them, change is imminent. Change will be there. Change has to happen. Willingly, unwillingly. By themselves or by the force of Maya or by the will of God, the change has to happen. Change will happen. There is only one thing. Eka eva sarvada eka rupa. That is eka rupa. It will never change its form. Eka rupa. But though it is sarvada eka rupa, auparika vedena trividha Ishvara Jiva Sakshi Chaiti. Even though always it is the same, it is threefold because of the differences caused by limiting adjuncts. The differences caused by upadhis. These are Ishvara, Jiva, and the witness, that is Sakshi. Then he goes to explain. Tatra karani bhuta Ishvara has the nescience, ignorance, which is the cause of the universe as a limiting action. It is Upadhi of Ishvara. It is Upadhi, it is there beside him, that is all. It is not an Upadhi which conditions him, which overpowers him. It is an Upadhi, that is all. It is available as his instrument, as his limiting agent only for the creation of the universe, that is all. That nescience for the sake of the Ishvara. The Ishvara as the nescience which is the cause of the whole world as his Upadhi. That's all it is. That is Ishvara. Antahkarana Tatsamskara Avachinna Ajnana Upahitaha Jivaha Antahkarana Tatsamskara Avachinna nescience, ignorance also is there for the jiva, which is the limiting adjunct, but that also is limited by internal organ and the samskaras in it. The internal organ antakarana and the samskaras there, or the mind and the impressions in it. It is further limited by the mind and the impressions. That is jiva. Jiva has nescience as the limiting adjunct, and which is further limited by the internal organ and the samskaras, antakarana and the samskaras. You and I are limited by, controlled by, governed by, bound by, tethered by, roped by, chained by, imprisoned by, overpowered by antakarana and its samskaras. That is why we are Jews. And Prapanchitam cha etat adhastat avidya pratibimba Ishvara pakshe bimba chaitanyam sakshi in the view in which Ishvara is the reflection in nescience, the original is known as the witness. If Ishvara, according to this view, is considered as, because he has got a Upadhi, he is getting reflected, he is the reflection in the nescience, and then the witness of the Ishvara, or the original consciousness which is there, that is the original Bimba. So that is the Sakshi. That is what is the Sakshi. What is the original Bimba of which Ishvara is the reflection in the ignorance? That is the Sakshi. That is the witness. That is what is the witness. So, because of the limiting agents, there is three types of abodes are there. So, what are they? Ishvara, Jiva, and Sakshi. Very beautifully said. And then it is said, according to Apaurushaya Vedanta Sidhantha, except Atma, rest all objects, along with Gunakarnas, fall under the category of Drishyam, Atma, along with the DRIK, the Seer. Of all this, the DRIK is the witness alone. The witness, which is the original source of the reflection called Ishvara, which is other than the Jiva. That witness alone is critical according to Apaurushaya Vedanta Siddhanta. So then now we will get into the Ramaraya Kavi. Atma can be attained, understood only to the mind that is purified due to Shama, Dhamma, etc. Control of the senses, control of the mind, so on and so forth. So, We cannot communicate our experience completely through sound. Atma is beyond sound. And the example given by Ramaraya Kavi is, if somebody is hit by a sticker, that fellow is suffering pain. And he may say, what can we understand? How much we can understand? He may create sounds. Ammo, Abba, Babu, Babre, oh God. What can you understand? By the sounds. Only little bit we can understand that fellow is having pain. But do we really understand? We cannot. Even if we communicate and say, so much pain, what can we understand? There is very little we can understand. We have to be hit by sticker. Then only we will understand how much it is. The karma Sidhantha all is that only. We hit somebody, we will get hit by the other person. But only problem is we don't know when we are hit and when they will hit. That is all it is. So whenever somebody hits us, something hits us, then you know why I am suffering like that. Better take exhaust. Afterwards, don't call any suffering to us. At any level, in any manner, thought level, word level, deed level. So, but still in the relative standpoint, it is said Atma is also Sabda Prabhanaika Vedyam. It can be known through Shabda Prabhanam. It is also possible. Otherwise, Anando Brahme Vidyaya. So that is not, the sound cannot make it known. But still, again it is said, one who has a wound, some wound is there for somebody. And he says, it is pricking like needles. And it is burning like fire. Some people say, pricking like needles, burning like fire. So in our mind, the needles will be there, fire will be there. Pricking like needles and burning like fire. How much will understand with this language? Only limited. If we are pricked with the needles and burned with the fire, then we will understand. Oh, Aisa idea. Otherwise, we will start taking like other person goes on complaining that and some doctors are very particular sometimes. You have to go through? How can you expect to go right now in 5 seconds? Go through! I have to go through. I am going through. I will be through. There are certain things like that. So, only when we experience we will understand that. Similarly, the ultimate reality can be understood only by being it. Before that, becoming it, afterwards, being it, afterwards, it alone. That's all. Nothing else. But only it is there. Husband and wife were driving in a car, their own car. And they saw somebody driving ahead of them. They were also husband and wife. And a new car, very beautiful car. But in that car, the wife's head was leaning on husband's shoulder while husband was driving. I don't know how many of you have this experience. And the wife's head is leaning on the husband's shoulder. And it is going on nicely. Enjoyable drive for both. And this wife looks at the husband and says, we were also used to be like that. Then what happened? She said, husband immediately said, I did not move even an inch. I am like this only. Earlier I used to experience what happened, wife said. Husband said, I am like this. So I did not move even an inch. Then what happened? She only lifted her head and moved to the other side. That is not. That's all it is. How long? Same shoulder, boring shoulder. And thinking that they are selling enough, neck to pain. And suddenly when they see somebody, हम भी एक ज़माने में ऐसे थे, अभी क्या हो गया? हो गया. बहुत बदल गया, ज़माना बदल गया, दुनिया बदल गया, ज़माना ने दुनिया तेरे दिमाग बदल गया, तेरे दिल बदल गया, दिमाग बदल गया, दिल बदल गया. हाँ, तो सब सॉन्ग इस तरह बदल गया इंसान. I don't remember. You know, you sing inside. सूरज ने बदला, चांद बदला, बदल गया इंसान. बदल गया. क्या करते? सब बदलने वाले ना बदलने वाला ही नहीं, except the DRIK. That one alone can remain changeless. Once it so happened that the few young guys, young boys, in a sports complex, and especially in a locker room where all their personal belongings are kept there, and there will be some couple of in-charges there, whatever it is, and then sometimes they are all as a group they go there and they take out their belongings after they complete their match or practice or whatever it is. In many places such things are available, locker rooms. So there were a group of youngsters. Suddenly one phone rang. This boy picked it up. When the phone rang, he picked it up. And then on the other side, "Hi Danny, hi darling." He also said, "Oh, wonderful, nice to be here. Lovely to listen to your voice." And then the other side said, that was the girl on the other side. Because there was a speakerphone that was on. And then she was saying, "Hey, the house that we wanted, actually we all wanted, my father also liked, my mother also liked, we wanted the house, but only right now they are offering it for 90 lakhs. There is an auction going on the 90 lakhs. What do you say?" And this boy said, "Go ahead, offer 1.2 crores, then it will be yours. Offer 1.2 crores, I will take care. Go ahead." He said, "Thank you, I will tell the same and do the same." Cut this one. Afterward, this boy looks around and says, "Is there anyone who is the owner of this phone?" "ये किसका phone है? ये किसका phone है भाई? Whose phone is this?" He says. वो पार्टी गया हाँ? ये किसका phone है? Whose phone is this? Nobody answered because nobody is there. That fellow is somewhere. Now who heard this? Yeah. Oh yeah. Clean. And after that, you promised and you did deliver. Division. Finished. That law will happen. Huh? See, whatever we are listening in the world, we are experiencing in the world, they are not the reality. Remember that. The girl heard this promise, these words, these assurances, they are all false. Because all these cannot take us to that ultimate reality, the real experience. And even in the transactional world, whatever we listen to, they need not be real. They need not be truthfully real, ultimately. That is all it is. But what we listen to, what we have to listen to, the only thing that takes us towards the reality is the satsang, is the shastra, vakya, mahavakya. That alone is real. That alone will promise, it deliver what it has promised. Rest all promise and miss and hiss. That's all. A promise is a promise. It is prone to miss. Promise is prone to miss. There is somewhere it is said, हम वादा तो नहीं करते लेकिन कोशिश करें. I will not promise, but I will try. Trial is better. It may be fulfilled. Promises may not be. Who knows? So that is the reason that there is only one thing that we can rely upon, one thing that we can depend upon. One day, when the husband was getting ready to go to his work, the wife came to the husband with a folded magazine. The magazine was folded in her hand. Gave one hit on the head. "Attack!" He said, "What for?" "I found a slip in your coat pocket which had its name, Loria Sue. Loria Sue. Who is this?" And this man, "Oh, that darling, why you always suspect me? That is the name of the horse. I went for a horse race and I involved in betting. That horse named Loria Sue." And after 2 days, he comes back home and then trying to remove the things. Earlier he was going to work and then trying to bear. Now he comes home and trying to remove things. Now this time, she gets one chadu And then, what for? Your heart's called. Your heart's called. Inquired about that heart's orientation. So, everything changes. There is nothing that can be relied upon except the DRIK, the Seer, and except the Pramanya Vakyas, which are Mahavakyas, which can deliver the goods as they have promised. That alone can. So, continuing further, Ramaraya says, similarly, just because by hearing Satchidananda Atma, Vedic statement, we will not be able to know Atma. Satchidananda, Atma is Satchidananda, yes, Atma is Satchidananda, Satchidananda. We will not know Atma. We will know it only through experience. Hence, Atma is known by experience. And again, Ramaraya says, Atma is beyond the sound, Sabdhatikam. But to become known by experience, it is Anubhavaikya Vedam. Atma becomes Padartham, means to become pointable, to become indicatable by Shuddha Pramana. It becomes Padartha, to become pointable, indicable by Shuddha Pramana. Hence, Atma becomes Padartham, is logical, says Ramaraya. Only in Paramarthika Dasha, Atma is not Padartham. In the transactional Dasha, it is Padartham for our sake, so that through that Shabda, we will attain some Jnanam. Through that Upadesha, we will attain some enlightenment and continue the sadhana and attain the realization. So in Paramarthika Dasha, it is not a Padartha, it is not a matter, and it is only Nirvishesha Chaitanya, objectless consciousness. In transactional level, it is object. But in the Paramarthika Dasha, objectless consciousness. No object. There are no sounds there. No sounds are necessary. And coming back to Sidhantha Bindu, the view of Madhusudana Saraswati. In the view in which Ishvara is the reflection of consciousness, Madhusudana Saraswati says, the consciousness which permeates the Jiva as well as Ishvara in the same manner. The consciousness which permeates the Jiva and Ishvara. In the view that Ishvara is the reflection in Ajnana, in the nescience. Reflection of consciousness in the nescience. That is Ishvara. And whatever is that which permeates Ishvara and Jiva, that is called as the witness, the Sakshi. And he takes the example which is given by Vastikakara Sureshwara. He says, once the face is there, and in front of the face the mirror is there, and in the mirror there is a reflection. So, face is there, in front of the face mirror is there, in mirror reflection is there. So, when we see the reflection, we say it is a reflection. And from the standpoint of reflection, we say this face as original face. That original face is the extra status that we give to the face which is actually face. The original face. The status of being the original face is Ishvara. The state of being reflection of a face is Jiva. The face is face, that is witness. Vartikakara very clearly explains this. In the view of Vartikakara, Ishvara himself is the witness, and so the seer is only twofold. Seer is only Ishvara, seer is only Jiva. That is all. But Ishvara himself is the witness, according to Vartikakara Sureshwara. And here also it said, whatever is original, that is called as a witness. And then thereafterwards, Ramaraya will use few views. We will just go through them, and then please just try to understand as much as you can understand. In Sankshepa Sharirika, the Sankshepa Sharirika Kala, he says, Bimba Chaitanya is witness, the original source of reflection, the Bimba Chaitanya is witness. And in Vivarakara Madam, Bimbam is Ishvara, that which follows the Chaitanya Bimbam Ishvara and the Chaitanya Pratibimbam Jiva is the witness. In Vivarakara Madam, Bimbam Ishvara, and that which follows the Chaitanya Bimbam Ishvara, the Chaitanya Pratibimbam Jiva is the Sakshi, it is the witness. In the Vartikakara Madam, Atma is of two kinds, Jiva and Ishvara. Reflection of consciousness in intellect is identified with the intellect as Jiva. Reflection of the consciousness in intellect identified with the intellect is Jiva. Reflection of the consciousness in ignorance identified with ignorance. And the one who remains as one with the reflection, that is Antaryami, Ishvara and witness. When we identified there, reflection of consciousness is ignorance, identified with ignorance, and the one who remains as the one with reflection, and that Antaryami is Ishvara, that Antaryami is witness. Then in Vedanta Paribhasha, Ishvara, witness, Jiva, witness is four kinds. Ishvara, witness, Jiva, witness. Maya plus Chaitanya is equal to Ishvara, and one who is in Maya is the witness Sakshi. Avidya plus Chaitanya is equal to Jiva, one who is in Jiva is the Sakshi. So Ishvara and Sakshi, Jiva and Sakshi, four types according to Vedanta Paribhasha. Then there are in Drishti-Drishtivada, Shuddha Chaitanya is Ishvara and Chaitanya in Ajnana is Jiva, that is the two types. In Panchadashi again, Chidanandamayam, pure consciousness is Brahman. Reflection of Chidanandamayam, pure consciousness in Maya is Ishvara. Reflection in Avidya is Jiva. So, pure Sattva Pradhanam, which is Maya, and Malina Sattva Pradhanam is Avidya. Tamoguna Pradhanam is Prakriti, which is the cause of the world. So, this is there in Panchadashi. And continuing further according to another Anugatam, Ramaraya says, Chaitanya joined with Maya is Ishvara, and that which is in Maya is Brahman, and the Chaitanya with Antakaranam is Jiva, the Chaitanya with Antakaranam is Kutastha. Four types. Ishvara, Brahman, and then Jiva and Kutastha. Four types. And then another Anugatam, Chidabhasam in internal organ is Jiva, and the Bimba of Chit is Kutastha. The Swarupam of both is Purusha. Chidabhasam in Maya is Ishvara, Chidbimbam is Paramatma, the Swarupam both is Paramapurusha, six types. And he says, all different opinions and views are all like steps and stairs. We take step and then climb the stairs. These are all like that. All this Vyavaharam. And this helps us to reach there because they are all staircases. And we slowly we climb the stairs and we reach there. And actually, none of these things can touch the Atma. All these things. Then in Sidhantha Bindu, Madhusudana Saraswati says, Ishvara is threefold. He is also coming to explain Ishvara is threefold. Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra. In accordance with the three gunas of Avidya, which is the limiting adjuncts of Brahman. Madhusudana Saraswati says, Brahman with Sattva guna in the causal state as limiting adjunct is Vishnu. Brahman with Rajoguna as limiting adjunct is Brahma. Brahman with Tamoguna as the limiting adjunct is Rudra. Brahman, Tamoguna Upadi, Rudra, Rajoguna Upadi, Brahma, Sattaguna Upadi, Vishnu. And then Ramaraya, here Madhusudana Saraswati also said, Hiranyagarbha is not Brahma because Hiranyagarbha is only because Brahma is the creator of primary elements and Hiranyagarbha is not the creator of primary elements. He is only metaphysically called or referred to as Brahma because he is the creator of all gross bodies only. So that is why that distinction of the said. Thus the one and the same entity takes the male forms Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra, and the same entity takes the female forms Sri Lakshmi, Bharati and Bhavani. Same entity takes all these forms. It is to be noted that there are also other innumerable sportive incarnations such as Matsya, Kurma, Varaha and various other things which appear for blessing the devotees. Then, Madhusudana says, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas are Ajnana Parinamas, modifications of Ajnana. Parinami Ajnana is Ekam. That which modifies the changing Ajnana is only Ekam. One only. And Ishvara and Ajnana also is Ekam. Ajnana is one, Mula Ajnana, and Ishvara and Ajnana also is only one. But its modifications are there, and the Ishvara Amshas also are there. Ajnana's modifications are there, Ishvara Amshas are there. So because of these modifications in Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Guna, which are the gunas in Ajnana, Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra appear. And then some say gunas are amshas of avidya like pot space and total space. Some other view also is there. Anyway, it is said that three ways that gunas are avidya parinamas, avidya gunas, avidya amshas. The modifications of avidya, the qualities of avidya, or the amshas of avidya, portions of avidya, parts of avidya. These are the three ways in different views which it is referred. Some say that just as when karna sharira becomes prominent, then the jiva is prajna, and then when sukshma sharira becomes prominent, the jiva is tajasa. Similarly, when sattva guna becomes prominent, Ishvara becomes Vishnu. When rajoguna becomes prominent, Ishvara becomes Brahma. When tamoguna becomes prominent, Ishvara becomes Rudra. Continuing further, Ramaraya Kavi also compares and contrasts and says, same lump of mud, same lump of clay becomes water, same lump of clay becomes a lid on the water, same lump of clay also can become solid stone-like lump which can break the water and the lid. Same lump of clay becomes pot also, lid also, and same lump of clay can become so strong, hardened over the period of time because of some process, and with the same lump of clay one can break pot and lid also. Same thing. Same potter, Ramaraya, same potter can be the creator of the pot, and same potter can be the one who gets the water in the pot, Karta the doer, creator the Srashta, and the same potter can be the one who drinks the water in the pot, the Bhokta, the enjoyer. Okay, example. The same potter can be the creator of the pot, can be the one who goes and gets the water in the pot, Karta. The same potter can be the one who brings the water in the pot, Bhokta. Srashta, Karta, Bhokta. That is what is samsara, my dear friends. This is how it is samsara. Ramaraya means, that's why he said, Sidhantha Bindu Vipuli Karo. I will simplify the Sidhantha Bindu. Much simplified. How beauty is that? Ramaraya further says, same sun, when he is with Bimba, Pratibimba Bhavam, he depends upon water, he depends upon mirror, and then starts shaking. And same sun, when he doesn't have the Bimba Pratibimba Bhava, he remains without any shaking. Same sun. Same Brahman with this Bhava, Bimba Pratibimba Bhava, Jiva Ishvara Bhava, becomes as if it is influenced. And then same Brahman without all this remains in its own pristine glory. Same Chaitanya from within Jnanam controls the Upadi and becomes Sarvajna, all-knowing. And the same Chaitanya, another one being controlled by Upadi, becomes Alpajna and then Agni. Same Chaitanya. Same sunlight illumines the space, illumines the sky, illumines the earth, but the same sunlight falls into the mirror and illumines only one house. Same sunlight illumines the whole space, whole sky, whole earth, but the same sunlight falls into the mirror and then illumines only one house. The alpha sthiti falls into the lower state. Same sunlight is in higher state, same sunlight falls into the lower state because of the mirror and then the house. That makes all the differences. One consciousness called as Ishvara, as per the Gunas, does all actions as Vishnu, as Brahma, as Rudra, because he spreads the space, etc. He is Brahma, he pervades all, he is Vishnu, he is of Rodhanam and Maranam karma, Marana karma, he is Rudra. Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra, Ramaraya, still further. Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra have subtle bodies, they have Sukshma Shariras. Because they have Sukshma Shariras, Ramaraya says there is Sarva Shastra Veda Jnana in them. Sarva Shastra Veda Jnana is there in them. Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra, not the pure consciousness. This is Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra. They have subtle body. And there is Deva, Vyakti and Vyavahara differences between Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati. Bodies are there? Of course, divine bodies. Subtle bodies are there? Of course, divinely subtle. Vyakti is there, personality is there, and transaction is there. Each Vishnu has Vyaktitva, each transaction is different. Brahma is Vyakti, transaction is different. Rudra is Vyakti, transaction is different. Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati, their transactions are different. They are all there. How they are there? He gives another common example, but it's a very unique example, very rare example. Saubhari Mahamuni, because of Kaya Vyuha Vidya, he he had this Kaya Vyuha Vidya. We come across this in Bhagavatam, Chaudhary Mahamuni story. So he gained many bodies, so many bodies he gained and had many experiences. Possible, that is. अच्छा वो सीखेंगे भाई कौन सा कोर्स कहाँ मिलता भागवतम पढ़ो and if you want to know more details of Bhagavatam एक ब्रह्मचारी इधर बैठा हुआ है आगे आओ उठो जी उठो वो है उसको पूछो आपने बैठा हुआ है ठीक है तो the Saubhari Mahamuni had many bodies and then Sri Krishna 16,000 bodies he had. Nobody thinks about bodies, he thinks about wives only. With every wife he had one body. Not one body having many wives. That is wrong. Anybody wanting to have more than one wife, if you have more than one body, you can have. Try now. First to become the yogi, Kaya Vyuha Vidya. Then you can have more. Vice versa. Same for others also. Okay? Not simply Krishna had. Krishna had everybody experienced the presence of Krishna. Can you do that? Even one you can't do. Nobody can do. One is never satisfied. Challenge this. One mind is never satisfied by one person. Impossible to be satisfied. Can I? You ask? Ask anybody? Impossible. Can I? अपने को है तो ना satisfaction दूसरों को देने के लिए खुद को ही नहीं है दूसरों को क्या देते हैं only the one who stands into the limitations can be satisfied and can satisfy us nobody else and then Ramaraya will say same Sri Krishna once upon a time when Brahma wanted to test and Brahma wanted to took away all the calves he became all the calves all the Gopabalas everything for a long period of time he was there Brahma को भी परेशान अरे I took away everybody and hid them and everybody is in there अरे ये क्या है and those are purest bodies and what Brahma to call Panchabuddhi bodies Panchabuddhi they are purest bodies only Krishna became one with his divine mind he can do that in all subtle bodies God alone will enter remember that only one God will enter all subtle bodies Ishvara creates universes and enters into them as beings, jivas. Lord, once in a while for fun and joy, accepts a few bodies and rules the Jagat, the creation. Soyam bhagavato mayo, soyam bhagavato maya, soyam bhagavato maya, yannayena viruddhyate. Ishvarasya vimuktasya arpanya mukta bandhanam from the Bhagavatam this sloka Ramaraya Kavi is citing it so I am referring this Vyasa Bhagavan says that even Ishvara becomes Shiva due to Maya Soyam Bhagavato Maya Yannayena Viruddhyate Ishvarasya vimuktasya arpanya mukta bandhanam Ishvara himself becomes a Jiva due to Maya. But in truth, actually, he is not Jiva. But he becomes Jiva due to Maya. Only due to Maya he becomes Jiva. Due to avidya, rope becomes snake. The rope becomes snake. Not in reality. In reality, it is still the rope, but in appearance, it is the snake. Like that, Ishvara becomes Jiva. Like that, Brahman becomes all this. Like that, Brahman enters as Jiva to all the beings. Even when there is Jiva Bhava, even when there is Jiva Pranti, Ishvara doesn't become Jiva and he is who is different totally from this Jiva. Even when there is Sarpa Pranti, rope never became Sarpa, rope still remained rope. We may not know that it is a rope. Even during Sarpa Pranti Sarpa. Still it is a rope. Even during Jagat Brahman, Jiva Brahman, Brahman is Brahman, never in this Brahman. Even now, he is only Brahman, Brahman alone. Ramaraya continuing further mentions theoretically something from Bhagavatam. He says When we leave Pravritti Marga, active worldly life, and gain Shama, Dhamma, etc., and then travel in Nivritti Marga, we get the grace of God, Vasudeva. How to get the grace of God according to Bhagavatam? We leave the Pravritti Marga and begin to practice Shama, Dhamma, etc., and get into Nivritti Marga. Go internalize everything. Externalization has to be stopped and practice the internalizing sadhanas, antaranga sadhanas, and go inside. Bahiranga antaranga sadhanas slowly turn inside. Then the grace of Vasudeva descends. Once the grace of Vasudeva descends, then we get into Bhakti Yoga. Once we get into Bhakti Yoga, Chitta will become Vikshepa, modification less, distraction less, diversion less, multiplicity less. Chitta will become Vikshepa, and then the mind rests and stays in Paramatma. According to Dasa. Then all the kleshas, miseries will vanish. When the mind rests in Paramatma, avidya, asmita, raga, dvesha, abhinivesha, all kleshas will disappear. There is no more klesha, no more causes of pain, no more misery. God enjoyment of the world will be there. Those who get rid of the illusion of Jiva, Jiva Bhranti, they get the understanding that Atma is everywhere. Hence, they think of Ishvara as only one. And Ramaraya will say, those who think of themselves as Jiva, behave as Jiva, will remain as Jiva. Those who think of themselves as Ishvara, behave as Ishvara, will remain as Ishvara. It all depends upon how we think. One Purusha as Chidabhasa becomes many due to many internal organs and many gross bodies. That is why he is Binna and he is Abhinna. Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra, Trimurtis. Whenever you identify with Chidabhasa, they may participate in pleasures and other experiences, but regularly they remain identified with Chitta. That is what Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra do. They also have their counterparts. They also have their own experiences, but all the while they are conscious of their Chit, that they are originally conscious. The only difference between them and us is, they are conscious that we are Chit. They are always identified, lost, impossible, disappeared, vanished, drowned, and finished. That's the difference. So, consciousness, they are always aware of their consciousness, Chitta. And experience Satchidanandam, they always experience Satchidanandam. We are in Brahma and then Dukkha. So, he says we have to try to lift our internal organs and then make it more and more one-pointed towards the consciousness. So that we can remain very conscious of our inner nature, just as the great Vishnu, Brahma and Rudra do. Vishnu, Brahma, Rudra bodies are not born due to karma like us, and they are not born with like that conditioned antakarnas like us. They are all divine. They are all divine colors. So then he says, originally Ishvara is samashti body, is undivided, he is not at all limited, and he is beyond all these things. So, it is right up to now. You will see other things tomorrow. Om Bhagishwaraya Vidmahe Hayagrivaya Dhimahi Tanno Hayagriva Prachodayat Om Akshareshwaraya Vidmahe Mantrarajaya Dhimahi Tanno Hayagriva Prachodayat Om Hamsasoham Vishwavarena Rupaya हयग्रीवाय
ओम नमो भगवते हयग्रीवाय
विष्णवे मह्यं मेधा प्रज्ञा प्रयच्छ स्वाहा हयग्रीवमङ्गलम् विष्णवे मङ्गलम् विद्याराज मङ्गलम् विष्णवे मङ्गलम् हयवदना मङ्गलम् विष्णवे मङ्गलम् हयग्रीवमङ्गलम् सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा मृदङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः